At least we know where Ulfric Stormcloak lives.
There's no glory in war. It's just something they tell soldiers so they'll risk their lives.
That's right, but some of us do it anyway. Yeah. And the Dunmer aren't exactly too friendly with the Oldmer.
I was one of the best soldiers in the Stormcloak army, until I took a sword to the chest.
Is that fur coming out of your ears?
I thought the Grey Quarter would be a haven for my kind. I was wrong.
What do you need? I was trying to get to Morrowind. The Dunmer don't care much for the Thalmor, and I figured I'd be safe there. As safe as anywhere, that is. But there's a Khajiit hanging around the main gate. I didn't like the way he was looking at me. I'm sure he's Thalmor, just waiting for me to leave so he can follow me and kill me in a lonely place. He'd be saving my life, again. I know I probably seemed ungrateful. I've just been so scared, expecting a knife at my throat any minute.
How splendid. Another Nord. Have you seen that shrine of Azura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see.
Worth checking out at some point.
None of that matters to me. Until someone takes a Dunmer, I'll let Windhelm deal with its own problems. If you need another drink, I'll be right here.
Yes?
The Corner Club's been filling up at night lately. I'll bet Elda up at Candlehearth is jealous.
Can let Khajiit take his stuff.
I'm a sailor on the North Wind. We're laying over in Windhelm.
So that place. And then tell Malborn he's safe. Yeah. A Khajiit shouldn't be too hard to find. Apparently the Thalmor made the moons disappear. Was it disappear then reappear? No. Definitely made them appear. Or just took the credit for natural phenomenon. Which is why the Khajiit are on good terms with the Thalmor.
Move on, friend. I have nothing to sell today.
Yeah. A little too conspicuous. Kill him! An elven dagger, seriously. Yep. They pretty much figured out his travel plans. And Malborn is an alias.
That's great news. I'd better go, right now. before they find me again. This is my chance. Thank you. Here. I stole a lot from the Thalmor over the years. You may as well have some of it.
He would get most of it for himself.
It's good to relax when I can.
He'll probably need it to start a new life, wherever he's going in Morrowind. Oh yeah. That's a bonus as well. Are you lost trying to find the Palace of the Kings? Yeah, it's over there. You can't miss it. Well, that's Sir Ulfric Stormcloak about joining his army.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee. If it's better board you're after, Candlehearth Hall's got both.
Algrith won't give us a straight answer.
There he is.
Don't think you can barter
true
with me
Nord.
like I'm one of those
He'll
damn
come around.
shopkeepers.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on Whiterun.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
Only the foolish or the courageous approach a Jarl without summons. Do I know you? Ah, yes. Destined for the chopping block, if I'm not mistaken. Railof's alive. I hope that's true. He's a damn good man. But he hasn't returned yet. So I'll need to wait for his account. For now, speak with Galmar. I'm always looking for able fighters. Not everyone can say they made it out of Helgen. Seems we're all branded villains these days. So long as your criminal past stays in the past, and you fight for me with honor and integrity, we'll welcome you into our ranks.
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful statement, don't you think?
So we're ready to start this war in earnest then?
Soon.
I still say you should take them all out like you did dead King Torrig.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace them with will need the support of our armies.
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not...
The people are behind you.
Many, I fear, still need convincing.
Then let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom. But people are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think of.
How many of their sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
Well put, friend. Tell me, Galmar, why do you fight for me?
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not one in this?
I fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their last breath. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find our country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people, impoverished to pay the debts of an empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight so that all the fighting I've already done hasn't been for nothing. I fight because I must.
Your words give voice to what we all feel, Ulfric. And that's why you will be High King. But the day words are enough will be the day when soldiers like us are no longer needed.
I would gladly retire from the world, were such a day to dawn.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
Galmar thinks we should double our men in the Reach.
A reasonable strategy.
And you, Yorleaf?
Well, sir, the hold at Falkreath is fairly vulnerable, and blocks the only road from Cyrodiil.
A good point, old friend.
To be sure, my lord, I am not skilled in the arts of war or military tactics.
But you're able to see the hole in the parts, and for that I'm grateful.
As you wish, sir.
Right, let's talk to this Galmar Stonefist bloke.
Helgen, huh? Ulfric told us quite the story. If you made it through all that, you're likely worth something to me. Yeah, but first, tell me, why does a foreigner want to fight for Skyrim? Fair enough, but are you willing to die for your home? All right. But before I can put you to use, I need to know how much you can take. I have a little test for you. That's what I like to hear. So long as you can back up those words with steel. I'm sending you to Serpentstone Island. If you survive, you pass. If you die, well, you weren't going to be much use to me anyway. It's where men have tested their metal for ages. It's a strange rock formation built by the ancients. Something about that place attracts the ice wraiths. You kill an ice wraith out there, and I'll have all the proof I need about you. We'll see about that, won't we? Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
An ice wraith? Is it taking the... Seriously? If that's all it takes to join the Stormcloaks... The Imperial Legion are a bunch of... A's. Oh yeah. Use the incapacitating dagger de Mayo. Was it de Mayo? Oh, just keep stabbing that bear! You could have practiced illusion magic on it, but this way's more fun. Plus it gives you a pelt. Don't know why it's not full of blood. Ah, another one! Kill this one as well! Great bonkers. Oh, they're only nervous, not the bear.